guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing great. As some of you may know, this fall I started university. I decided to go study graphic design at the Academy of Fine Arts, and I've just finished my first semester. And it's been quite good, you know. I'm doing it in Italy, and I think in Italy there's too much theory. Like, I'm not learning how to use programs or how to, create things with my own hands, which is kind of sad, but what can you do? So anyway, I'm gonna stop ranting about this, but this was definitely one of my favorite courses. It's called Visual Communication, and it was very, very practical. We also had to read 3 books, and there were, theory lessons, but we also had to do lots of works, and this is what I'm going to show you today. In my exam for this I got top marks, so I'm so excited. Very, very happy with how it came out, and I'm doing this video because I hope that I can help some of you that maybe are in doubt, that maybe think of going to study graphic design. So let's get right into this. So for this exam we had to, of course, create a whole portfolio, and we could decide how to do it. I decided to go for a dark color like this. The first assignment was we had to decide on one word, get lots of magazines and journals and stuff like that, and cut out pictures that, represented that words that we had chosen. And since they told us that we had to reuse this word for another 2-3 assignments, I decided to go for something really simple, So I chose nature. Of course, I'm sorry if all of these or some of these works are in Italian, but I couldn't do it any other way. So they told us to do a mood board. So I scanned it and then put it on my portfolio. The second assignment was kind of, those surrealist collages. Yeah, we had to do one of those. So we had to layer different cutouts. We always had to do it based on our words. So nature, as you can see. Third assignment was always thinking about our chosen word. We had to take some paper and create our word in 3D, and this was definitely one of the hardest assignments because I'm no good with 3D. Main part of the palm tree is made up of letters from nature. You can kind of see an N on the front part. I cut out the word nature in some green paper and then attached it to a brown string, and those are meant to be the leaves. Then I went to the beach, took some sand for my layout. The first assignment was again taking our word and creating a poster. This is one of my favorite works because I just love the colors and the whole concept. So I took the letters from nature again and put it all together in a composition so that it would look like a mountain. The fifth project was we had to take our word again and create some icons. So nature, I thought, who could be in need of nature icons? And I thought a greenhouse. And if you place them in a greenhouse, then the visitors can understand where they need to go if they want to see cactuses or a type of plant. We had to create other icons, but for this Venetian island that is called San Servo, and I was inspired to do something really colorful and bold, since I don't usually do something like this, but I thought, why not? You don't usually see something so fun, you know? And I think it came out really cool. Then we went on to study fonts. Our professor told us that we had to create 2 posters. One with a serif font. So in this case I chose Times New Roman. I put the creation date in the middle so it would look like a clock, and then all the alphabet so it could look like the times. And then I also like how it kind of looks like a planet, and the word Times New Roman is just floating around, because I think this font is really universal and known by almost everyone. For my sans serif font I decided on Tahoma, and once again I used a bold color for the background, and the composition is really simple. I was just playing around with the letters and decided to just put them all together. For this next project we had to choose a mood or emotional state based on a book that our professor gave us to study, and I decided to go with romantic, of course, because I just loved the kind of font and the colors one would use for the background is a deep red. I got a quote from Romeo and Juliet's movie, and then we could also add an illustration, so I got one of my old drawings and traced it on Illustrator, and this is how it came out. We also had to explain everything in this next project, so font, drawing and colors. Assignment number 11 was we had to choose one letter. I chose J, and we had to write it 100 times in different ways every time, and we had to do this on an object, so I decided to just do it on paper and put it in a frame. And then we also had to come up with a logo for our object, so you can see it in the top corner. One of the last projects was coming up with a logo, so we could decide what we wanted this logo to be about, and I decided to do a fruit juice. So the first step was looking up and researching all the already existing logos. We then had to study them. I had to understand what type of fonts were used to create fruit juice. The third step was studying colors, and for a fruit juice there's so much. Basically all the colors of nature, exotic colors, dynamic colors, refreshing colors and stuff like that. And the first step was coming up with a name for your logo and a sketch and, you know, colors and stuff. And this was my initial idea. I was gonna call my logo Juno. The O of Juno be a fig with a head underneath holding it. But then I decided that the hand was too much and I just left it as it was. without the hand. We had to create a whole menu for this logo. So this is my front page. This is the first page in which I wrote what I was talking about, and there's also a picture of how the bottle would be in real life. The explanation saying that Juno is, you know, the Greek goddess of women, procreation and marriage, and that the fig has always been like the fruit of women. Then there's the structure with the text, visual and the payoff. Then our professor wanted us to do it in black and white, and you know, seeing it inverted. Then there's the dimensions, seeing if the logo would still work seen from a distance. And then there's the types of fonts used for the logo and the payoff. The last project we had to make was personal, and we could choose what to do. I decided to do a 2018 calendar, all illustrated by me. In my portfolio I also included mood boards for each month, so my professor could kind of understand what inspired each illustration. This is the cover. This is an example of a month, and I decided to put September. And basically the theme behind every picture is having 3 girls immersed in nature that changes every month. Might start selling these calendars online, so if you're interested, let me know. If you have any questions at all, leave them in the comments and I'll be happy to help. What else? I hope you enjoyed this video, I hope it helped you, and I will see you in the next one.